from Asia's largest news headquarters. Setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Tanisha Avasthi. This is the Sunday edition. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot has happened today. Let's first get you the 6 headlines that have set the agenda. An all-party meeting was convened by the government today, wherein they had decided that tomorrow it is the commencement of the winter session, and hence they decided on what key agendas will be presented. There are many bills in the pipeline, and the opposition, meanwhile, is aiming to counter the government on the issue of S.I.R. Talking about S.I.R, ladies and gentlemen, the Election Commission of India has extended form submission deadline to December 11, and there is a huge political debate over that as well. Now, trouble only seems to be mounting for Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi and the whole of Congress party after both of them have been charged with criminal conspiracy in the National Herald case. Meanwhile, another case of VVIP killing has now come to light, this time from the national capital, with a luxury car ramming into 3 restaurant workers outside Delhi Mall, leaving 1 person already dead. In other news, External Affairs Minister S.J. Shankar has flagged global risk in veiled reference to United States. We'll get you that full statement as well. And finally, all you need to know about Cyclone Ditwa and what are the precautionary measures that you need to take. These are the 6 stories that we have lined up, starting with the top story. An all-party meeting was convened by the government ahead of the winter session of the parliament, bringing together leaders across the political spectrum on eve of a short but high-stakes session. Held at Parliament House, the meeting reportedly witnessed the opposition flagging a range of issues it wants to raise in both the houses, including the special intensive revision of the electoral rolls, the recent Delhi blast, and key foreign policy concerns. Here is a look on what you need to expect from tomorrow for the Parliament session.
The Centre on Sunday convened the all-party meeting ahead of the winter session of the Parliament. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju and Minister of State Arjun Ram Meghwal represented the government at the meeting. Meanwhile, the opposition was represented by Congress leaders Gaurav Gogoi and Pramod Tiwari, DMK's T.R. Balu, TMC's Derek O'Brien and IUML's E.T. Mohammed Bashir. Ahead of the winter Parliament session, Union Minister Arjun Ram Meghwal said that the upcoming Parliament session is likely to have active discussions.
इस बार ऐसा लग रहा है कि चर्चा होगी और विपक्ष के जो दल हैं वो भी कई मुद्दे लेकर आए हैं ना, इसलिए लगता है चर्चा होगी। पिछले बार के बाद और इस बार में परिस्थितियां बदली, उसके बाद बिहार का चुनाव हुआ। बिहार के चुनाव में भी जनता ने अपना कुछ मतदान के करके जो मत सुनाया, उसके बाद परिस्थितियां बदली भी है ना।
As the all-party meeting ended, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju stated that the meeting was very productive.
आज मीटिंग क्योंकि बहुत पॉजिटिव नोट में मीटिंग हुई है, मैं फिर से ऑल पार्टी फ्लोर लीडर्स जो आज पार्टिसिपेट किए हैं सबको मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं।
Meanwhile, responding to the opposition's take over the S.I.R, Kiren Rijiju said that the government is open to hearing their concerns and is ready for a discussion.
Within the opposition party, there are many floor leaders who are interested in running the house and also raising the issue. So it is not correct that all the opposition parties are prepared to stall the parliament proceedings by raising S.I.R issue only. The issue came up, but it is not that they are not interested to run the parliament.
Adding to the remarks, SPMP Ram Gopal Yadav stated that the Samajwadi Party alleged large-scale pressure on officials to remove voters.
समाजवादी पार्टी की तरफ से केवल S.I.R, इसमें बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर अधिकारियों के दबाव में BLOs आत्महत्या कर रहे हैं, उनसे वोट काटने के लिए कहा जा रहा है, उनको अलग, जैसे हमारे यहाँ इटावा है, इटावा में सारे लोगों को कैटेगरी सी में डाल दिया है। इटावा ज़िले में 7 लोकसभा के सदस्य हैं, 1 राज्यसभा का सदस्य है, 3 MLAs हैं, सब कैटेगरी सी में, सब जाने कब से वोट डाल रहे हैं। तो ये अनियमितताएँ इतनी ज़बरदस्त मनमाने तरीके से हो रही हैं। ये सिर्फ इसलिए हैं कि सी में जो डाल दिया जाएगा उसको नोटिस देंगे। अब मान लो नोटिस नहीं देते हैं तो आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा, वोट कट जाएगा, वोट नहीं बन सकता।
TMC leader Kalyan Banerjee also emphasized that they are ready to cooperate in running the house.
No, we have not said so. We are still we are still expecting that when all the oppositions have said that S.I.R should be discussed, we think that good sense will be prevail upon the ministry and they should begin the discussion of the S.I.R. Yep.
Further, commenting on the winter session of the Parliament, JDU National Working President and MP Sanjay Kumar Jha praised the Election Commission for its remarkable work.
देखिए, बिहार में लास्ट सेशन भी वॉश आउट हो गया और एक्सरसाइज से बिहार में हो रहा था और पार्लियामेंट यहाँ बंद करा रहे थे। पूरा बिहार में SIR का काम 1 महीने में हुआ। एक कंप्लेन नहीं आया है जो कोई ये कहे कि वोटर लिस्ट में उसका नाम काट दिया गया। SIR के एक्सरसाइज के बाद बिहार में इलेक्शन हो गया। इतना बड़ा इलेक्शन हुआ, पूरे इलेक्शन में हाईएस्ट टर्नआउट हुआ है बिहार में। इतना वोटर टर्नआउट आज तक बिहार में नहीं हुआ। कोई एक आदमी ने नहीं कहा कि उनका वोटर लिस्ट में नाम नहीं था या काट दिया गया। और इलेक्शन वायलेंस फ्री था। इलेक्शन में एक जगह रिपोलिंग नहीं हुई। इलेक्शन कमीशन ने रिमार्केबल काम किया, इतना बढ़िया तरीके से इलेक्शन करवाया।
The winter session will run from December 1st to 19th and will include 15 sittings, and Parliament is expected to take up major legislative and financial businesses. As the all-party meeting concluded for the day, leaders highlighted both cooperation and contention. Some of the government ministers praised productive discussions, while opposition MPs raised concerns over the S.I.R setting up a closely watched winter session.
The Election Commission of India has extended the deadline for submitting enumeration forms under the special ongoing intensive revision of electoral rolls in 9 states: Chhattisgarh, Goa, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh, along with West Bengal and the Union Territories of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep and Puducherry from December 4 to December 11, 2025. This adjustment pushes the publication of the draft electoral rolls to December 16 from the originally planned December 9, while the final roll will now be released on February 14, 2026 instead of February 7. This also comes ahead of the winter session of the Parliament and has now sparked a huge debate. Take a look.
As the Parliament gears up for the winter session from tomorrow, the opposition is all set to take on government on the issue of S.I.R. An all-India party meeting was held by the centre today to build consensus for the upcoming session. But what became clear with the statement of opposition MPs is that S.I.R remains at the top of opposition's agenda and is likely going to dominate all discussions in the session. Here's what opposition MPs had to say.
The entire opposition parties want these S.I.R issues to be discussed. And if the people of Bihar have concurred with S.I.R, what is the harm in having a discussion on that? Sanjay Jha was saying that S.I.R has been debunked by the people of Bihar. Okay, then you discuss that.
That is I have told generally about the India thing. In that was my main topic also, S.I.R. In that way I have said all this kind of irregular kind of things are going on. I have very strongly submitted that.
The centre says it is open to discussion on all issues, but MPs have pointed out that 14 bills have already been listed for the session, leaving not much time for detailed discussion.
This session is only for 15 days, and out of that 3 days will be assigned for private member day. And in that case only 12 days, and the government has listed 14 bills. So they give priority to only government business, and opposition issues have to be raised on 2 various rules: short duration discussion or calling attention, which never the government yields to.
People of Bihar have shown the result. They said if you don't talk about the issues that are related to the common man, Instead of that, if we waste time in the parliament, and they've shown the result in Bihar, and I request the opposition parties not to fall in the trap of Congress again.
Before this, monsoon session of the parliament had ended with the record low productivity of just 31% in Lok Sabha, with disruptions from the opposition dominating the discussions. Although Parliamentary Affairs Minister seems assured that opposition will let the House function, the issue of S.I.R. will certainly be a topic of debate and contention.
That is not correct. Within the opposition party, there are many floor leaders who are interested in running the House and also raising the issue. So it is not correct that all the opposition parties are prepared to stall the parliament proceedings by raising S.I.R. issue only. The issue came up, but it is not that they are not interested to run the parliament.
The Delhi police has registered an FIR on October 3rd, 2025 against Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, among others, including Suman Dubey, Sam Pitroda, Young Indian and others, based on a complaint from the Enforcement Directorate under sections of the Indian Penal Code related to criminal conspiracy, dishonest, misappropriation, breach of trust and cheating. How is this a big setback to the Congress government? Take a look.
In a major development in the National Herald case, the Economic Offences Wing of the Delhi Police has filed a fresh FIR against leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, Congress MP Sonia Gandhi and Sam Pitroda. After complaint from the Enforcement Directorate, FIR has also named shell companies such as Young Indian, Dotex Merchandise and Associated Journals, which allegedly provided seed money. According to the FIR, the proceeds of crime totals rupees 2,000 crore and the market value of those alleged illegal gains is pegged at rupees 5,000 crore.
Well, in fact, this FIR is basically based on a complaint that has been filed by the Enforcement Directorate, and the Economic Offences Wing of the Delhi Police has now registered a fresh FIR against Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, as well as 6 other associates and business entities. Now, this is in the alleged case of criminal conspiracy to fraudulently acquire Associated Journals Limited, and this was essentially a Congress entity worth about 2,000 crore rupees, which was basically acquired through Young Indian, which Gandhi is essentially holding a shareholding of about 76%.
Meanwhile, Congress leader Udit Raj rejected all the allegations and called the FIR fake.
कि जो ज़मीनें हैं, चाहे वो पटना में है, लखनऊ, इलाहाबाद, दिल्ली, एक आध दो जगह पर और है, उन ज़मीनों का कोई हस्तांतरण तो हुआ नहीं राहुल जी के नाम पर, सोनिया जी के नाम पर। तो ये अपने अखबार को चलाने के लिए अगर कोई पार्टी लोन देती है तो कौन सा इसमें गलती है? तो पूरा ये फर्जी मामला है सोनिया जी और राहुल जी को गलत फंसाने के लिए।
Another Congress leader, Sandeep Dixit, called this case politically motivated and also alleged Delhi police of filing a fake FIR.
अधिकारी आपको ये नहीं कहेगा प्राइवेट में कि नहीं साहब हम स्वायत्त अपनी निर्णय लेते हैं। दिल्ली पुलिस का तो खैर पता ही है, ऊपर से जो हुक्म आता है वो करती है। दिल्ली में क्राइम हो रहे हैं उसे कोई चिंता नहीं है, दिल्ली में लूटमार बढ़ती है उसे कोई चिंता नहीं है, हत्याओं का आज तक पता नहीं चलता क्या होता है उसको कोई चिंता नहीं है। बस एक ही चिंता है, ये FIR करते फिरो। ये टोटली पॉलिटिकली मोटिवेटेड क्या कहते हैं केस है।
Congress senior leader Jairam Ramesh took it to social media to take a dig at Prime Minister and Home Minister, saying the Modi-Shah duo is continuing with its mischievous politics of harassment against the top leadership of Congress, and also went on to call the matter completely bogus. BJP, on the other hand, spent no time to slam Congress and Gandhi family over the fresh allegations in the case.
कांग्रेस पार्टी के द्वारा दिया गया था, तो जो एसोसिएट जर्नल थे जो चलाते थे इस कंपनी को, जो नेशनल हेराल्ड पब्लिश करती थी, उसको एक नई कंपनी बना करके यंग इंडिया लिमिटेड के माध्यम से संभवतः उसकी पूरी शेयर को खरीद दिया गया। कितने में? 50 लाख में। तो 90 करोड़ रुपए का लोन बाद में माफ कर दिया गया। तो 50 लाख रुपए में पूरे एसोसिएट जर्नल के शेयर जो हैं वो इस नई कंपनी के पास आ गए, जिसमें सोनिया जी और राहुल गांधी के 76% शेयर थे, मेजॉरिटी शेयर। लेकिन ये जो नई कंपनी लिया जिसमें सोनिया जी और राहुल गांधी का 76% था, वो सारी संपत्ति के भी मालिक बन बैठे।
आईएनसी का मतलब इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस नहीं, आई नीड चोरी, आई नीड करप्शन बन चुका है। जी हाँ, कांग्रेस का प्रथम परिवार सबसे भ्रष्ट परिवार है और जिस प्रकार से वो करता है भ्रष्टाचार, उसको लगता है ये है उसका जनसिद्ध अधिकार, और कोई कानूनी कार्रवाई होती है तो वो चिल्लाता है अत्याचार अत्याचार और खेलता है विक्टिमहुड कार्ड। विक्टिमहुड कार्ड नहीं चलेगा, कानून अपना काम करेगा। आपने लूटा है तो लौटाना पड़ेगा।
Meanwhile, as the winter session begins tomorrow, the centre and opposition are set to lock horns over the National Herald S.I.R. against the Gandhis.
In the early hours of November 30, 2025, a tragic accident unfolded near a bustling mall on Delhi's Vasant Kunj area when a luxury car driven by 29-year-old Shivam from Karol Bagh lost control after navigating a road diversion and ploughed into an auto stand at around 2:38 a.m. The VVIP killed 3 men aged 23, 35 and 23 who were restaurant workers from the nearby Ambience Mall waiting for an auto rickshaw. Vasant Kunj North Police has swiftly arrived at the scene where they found the mangled luxury car and apprehended the driver on the spot, initiating legal proceedings as investigations into the precise cause of the loss of balance continue. Now the question here is, ladies and gentlemen, how many more common people will have to be crushed under these VVIP killers' car?
During the wee hours of today, a tragic accident took place near Vasant Kunj, claiming 1 life and leaving 2 others injured. The police and the staff rushed to the spot opposite Delhi's Ambience Mall, heading towards Vasant Vihar after they received the information. On arrival, the officers found a luxurious car in a crashed condition.
Yet another accident has been reported in national capital, now at the Vasant Kunj area opposite the Ambience Mall, wherein a luxury car had hit 3 people. 3 people, all 3 employees of Vasant Kunj area Ambience Mall. We are at the spot wherein we can see the speeding of the car. My VJ is now showing you as to what has happened, how this incident has taken place. It was on 30th November, that's yesterday, at about 2:33 a.m. A PCR call regarding a road accident was received by the police station Vasant Kunj North. The fact that a luxury car was found in an accidental condition and 3 injured persons aged 23, 35 and 23 years, all employees of a restaurant in Ambience Mall, were found injured, lying injured at the spot.
3 people, all employees of a restaurant inside Ambience Mall, were lying on the road. The victims were immediately rushed to the hospital. 1 victim from Chamoli, Uttarakhand was declared dead on arrival, while the other 2 were in treatment.
जो लड़का एक्सीडेंट हुआ है वो हमारे गांव से बिलोंग करता है, देहबाल बेराधार से रहने वाला है। वो यहाँ पे एम्बियंस मॉल में जॉब करता था और रात को 2:30 बजे वो लड़का अपनी ऑफिस से छुट्टी हो गया, निकल रहा होगा घर पे, तो ऑन द स्पॉट में जो गाड़ी थी वो गाड़ी एक्सीडेंट हुई, तो ऑन द स्पॉट बच्चा खत्म हो चुका है। वो बच्चा 23 साल 24 साल का था। ये चीज है, जो गाड़ी थी वो रात को 2:30 बजे 2:30-3 बजे ये एक्सीडेंट हुआ है। अभी पोस्टमार्टम चल रहा है और चल के जो है कि अपना ट्रॉमा सेंटर में पोस्टमार्टम चल रहा है, अभी पता चलेगा जी।
The driver, a resident of Karol Bagh, was apprehended at the scene. Preliminary inquiry indicate the car lost balance due to a diversion, struck a pole where the 3 victims were waiting at an auto stand.
In a world where politics is increasingly trumping economics, India's External Affairs Minister S.I.R. said that nation can't afford to rely on a single source for its essential needs. He has warned that an uncertain global landscape demands a relentless drive to diversify supply chains. From one-on-one trade talks with the United States to China's own set of rules, S.I.R. says countries must hedge their risk, and India is answering with a bold push to make in India.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar warned that in today's world, politics increasingly trumps economics. Speaking at an event, he stated that in an uncertain world, the nation must continuously diversify its supply sources to guarantee its essential needs.
In an uncertain world, it is all the more important that we continuously diversify supply sources to ensure, to actually guarantee our national needs.
EM Jaishankar pointed to the US shifting to one-on-one trade deals and China following its own rules, pushing nations to hedge risks through new free trade agreements.
The United States, long the underwriter of the contemporary system, has set radically new terms of engagement. Not just that, it is doing so by dealing with countries on a one-on-one basis rather than through regimes. China has long played by its own rules and is now doing so even more. In the ensuing scenario, other nations are unclear on whether their attention should be on the visible competition or the trade-offs and understandings that punctuate them. Simultaneously, other options between themselves are explored with greater urgency. One sign of that is the uptick in the enthusiasm today for free trade agreements across geographies.
He highlighted that India is responding by boosting Make in India, infrastructure and tech like semiconductors to build a strong industrial base and cut vulnerabilities.
The emphasis on Make in India in the last decade speaks of a different mindset and greater ambition. For its full potential to be realized, industry has to wholeheartedly partner and look beyond the short term. It must help build the domestic supply chain even as we seek to participate more in the global one. As it strikes roots, Make in India is strengthened by Research in India, Innovate in India, and Design in India. Not all missed opportunities of the lost decades of the last century can be recovered.
Global firms now see India as a top choice for supply chains. This positions India as a key player in de-risking strategies and uncertainty caused by tariffs and geopolitical tensions. India's push for diversification and self-reliance is reshaping its place on the global stage, with aims to turn uncertainty into opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sri Lanka has been battered by severe weather since last week. Cyclone Ditwa has caused massive damage to infrastructure by destroying nearly 15,000 homes across the country. If you are staying in nearby these areas, here's all that you need to know.
Sri Lanka stands on the edge of a humanitarian crisis as torrential rains and catastrophic floods unleashed by Cyclone Ditwa have already claimed 159 lives, while 228 people still remain missing.
Following the massive devastation created by cyclone, President of Sri Lanka has declared a state of emergency throughout the island. This came after an all-party meeting on Friday in which the opposition leaders called for the state of emergency to be declared. Director General of Sri Lanka's Disaster Management Centre described how widely the cyclone is affecting the lives of people.
Due to ongoing cyclone situation, a total number of 179,868 families have been affected, impacting 646,567 individuals across the country. Tragically, 132 deaths have been reported, while 176 persons are still missing. We have already opened 716 safety centers to support those who displaced. According to the Meteorological Department, this is the first time in history.
Meanwhile, organizations and volunteers were working to prepare meals and collect dry goods for those who were impacted by the floods.
Now with the help of people, volunteers, we are collecting dry rations and other supplementary items to be distributed among affected people. Now there are about more than 200,000 people affected due to floods, and we are actually collecting from various donors and volunteers dry rations and other things and distributing among those who are affected.
President of Nabivaya Youth Islamic Organization stated that their organization was making more than 2,500 meals for people affected in the area.
Now every disaster we get together and the immediate step is to feed them. So we feed at least each meal over 2,500 meals we are serving. So the affected families are over 5,000, but still we feed according to the capacity that we have.
Sri Lankan authorities stopped passenger trains and closed the roads in many parts of the country after rocks, mud and trees fell on roads and railway tracks. In such a disastrous situation, India has extended a helping hand to Sri Lanka, and as a part of its ongoing relief efforts, the Indian Air Force has positioned Mi-17 V5 helicopters in Colombo for swift HADR operations. Under Operation Sagar Bandhu, Chetak helicopters from INS Vikrant carried out search and rescue sorties in Sri Lanka, supporting people affected by Cyclone Ditwa. According to officials, Ditwa, which developed in the seas east of Sri Lanka, is likely to move towards the Indian southern coast today. It is now stagnant 80 kilometers inside the sea and is 160 kilometers away from Puducherry, while 210 kilometers away from Chennai. A red alert has been issued to Puducherry and Cuddalore, whereas orange alert has been issued to Chennai and Ranipet, as northern part of the state is to receive heavy rains. As rescue teams push through flood-hit regions and authorities brace for Cyclone Ditwa's next move along the Indian coast, the coming hours will be crucial.